Alright, so off the rip, in this video, we talking about 3 key features I wanted to talk about from the trailer. Now, we're not talking about rhythm shooting, because I already know rhythm shooting happened. We're not talking about the other stuff. All we're talking about is 3 bullet points that I had, which was 9,000 new animations, a supposed new engine, air quotes, a supposed new engine, which I talked about in other previous videos about, or how I'm skeptical on, the new engine. And then the 3rd bullet point was, of course, the new defense, which we mainly needed in the game. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into my first bullet point. So from that trailer we seen, the first thing I want to talk about was the 9,000 new animations. Now, Mike Wang said that it was broken up into different animation styles with, like, shooting, dribbling, I think defensive animations, layups, etc., etc. He said it, I believe, in a Discord call, but we're gonna get into that later on with, like, Discord stuff for, like, probably another video again. But he said it's gonna be new animations. Now, my first thought on that is, it's cool they added new animations, because the last time they added a lot of new animations was 2K22. However, I just want to make sure that the new animations they're adding are animations that we're actually going to be using, because if you look back at the trailer, I know they showed Stephen Curry doing a new animation that they wanted to highlight, which was him doing that little crazy layup thing, which, let's be real, 9 times out of 10, no one's going to actually use this layup. The 2K community. Most of us are going to use the best animations that are going to give us the best result for, like, scoring and stuff like that. So, for example, going back to the Stephen Curry layup, look at this layup on screen. This layup is most likely going to be blocked by your 6'9" stretch big, your 6'10" big, whatever. It looked like it's not going to be a good layup animation to go with. So that's the first thing. Number 2, when he said new animations, I just want to make sure that the animations are going to actually be good animations to trigger, because a lot of times, and this is the thing, y'all, triggering animations is the best thing, because with 2K24, a lot of quote unquote animations wouldn't trigger properly, meaning that you try to get an animation which would get like a bump animation instead. So instead of them adding new animations, I'd rather them have said, we added new animations and we also have animations that's gonna trigger properly, because if you know about 2K, if you really played a lot, you know what I'm talking about. So also, he said that a lot of the animations were shooting, which means I'm guessing it's mainly shooting animations, which we don't really need a lot of shooting. We need a lot of dribbling animations, because the dribbling, because of pro play, has been more boring, which is why we prefer, the arcade gameplay over the dribbling style. But that's just my opinion on that, because we all know that we rather have dribbling animations the most rather than shooting, because let's be real, what makes a 2K game fun is mainly dribbling, defense, and the engine, which is why I'm talking about those 3 in this video. So we care about more so dribbling than the actual shooting, and we care about dribbling more than, like, shot contests, which shot contests do matter also. I heard about that as well, another video. But anyway, y'all, that's all I want to talk about for the animation portion of this video. So on to portion number 2, which is bullet 2. And the next bullet is, of course, the supposed new engine. Now, if you watched my first video back that I put out, I think the title of the video is why we should be worried about 2K25. It's the video with my thumbnail where I'm, like, crouching down on the thumbnail with a black t-shirt. That video, I'll put it on screen right now so you can see what I'm talking about. But anyway, so basically what I said in that video is, because we're limited to the current hardware we have with PS5 Series X, I don't know if 2K can really improve gameplay but so much, other than adding new animations, or outside of adding new animations, because adding animations and a new engine are 2 completely different things. So they kind of work hand in hand as variables, but when it comes to actually adding a new engine, that means that the overall gameplay is going to feel a lot different, or supposed to feel a lot different. So for example, if you look back at 2K13 on Xbox 360 and PS3, going over to 2K14 on PS4, Xbox One, one of the things they said they added in that game was a new engine, which was called at the time the EcoMotion engine. So with the EcoMotion engine, the gameplay felt a whole lot different than 2K13 on previous generation consoles. And 2K usually waits until the new generation of consoles to bring a new engine, which is why I was surprised to see in that trailer they said they added a new gameplay engine. And again, we on PS5 Series X. We at the end of 2K's life cycle, so to speak, on these console generations, because we probably gonna have, like, one more 2K after this 2K that's coming out. By the time 2K27 is out, we most likely gonna be on PS6 and the new Xbox. So that's why I'm surprised that they chose now to say we have a new gameplay engine. So I don't know what it's gonna look like. I'm kind of skeptical because of the fact that, like I said, for the 3rd time now, we're still on PS5 Series X. I believe that around the end of a console generation for an NBA simulation basketball game, the devs usually have mastered how to work with the current engine they have on that game. For example, look at 2K6 to 2K13. You know, by 2K13, 2K12, 2K11, 2K12, 2K13, the gameplay was very similar because the devs had already mastered what they wanted to do with that actual console generation. Look at NBA Live 2004 to NBA Live 2006 for like the PS2. The gameplay wasn't much different because it was at the end of the console generation and they had the same gameplay engine. So simulation basketball games, whether it be 2K or Live, I'll just say 2K because we're talking about 2K. 2K usually don't change the gameplay engine until the new console generation, and I don't know if the current hardware with PS5 Series X can handle a new engine like that. That's just my opinion though. So I could be wrong, but like I just want to know like how that's gonna look with a new engine. It got me skeptical a little bit, like I said, but anyway, y'all, that's it for what I want to talk about with bullet point number 2 with the engine. So on to the last thing we're going to talk about, which is of course the new defensive mechanics that we're supposed to have in the game. Now you saw in the trailer, Mike Wang pointed out that you can have better defense now with holding L2, which I thought that was already in the game. Wasn't it called like Intense D?
Pause.
Was it not called Intense D? So basically in the trailer, if you look at this trailer on screen, you see that I believe it's Wembanyama guarding Giannis. And Wembanyama, or it might be Giannis guarding Wembanyama. Either way, I know it's Giannis and Wembanyama in the actual segue or the actual, I said segue. I know it's Giannis and Wembanyama in the actual clip right here. So if you look at this clip, they're showcasing that there's better defensive mechanics in 2K25 to where you can play better defense and have more control over your player or more control over stopping your opponent on defense, which is why you see the ball bounce off the person's lap in this trailer in this clip right here on B-roll. So it's saying that we have better defense now, and it's also saying the paint defense is better. Now, I've been saying for a long time, and I said it in the previous video as well, that I think we need better defense because in 2K14 on PS4, for example, you had 2 different types of ways you can steal the ball, I believe. I said that again in the previous video, for I think it was the gameplay possibilities video I made, that there was different ways you can play defense in 2K14 when it came to like stealing the ball. So I think it's good that they're adding a better way to play defense without, you know, just hacking your opponent and getting a foul, because currently in 2K right now, if you hold L2, I believe, and you go for a steal, sometimes you get like a regular steal attempt, other times you try to tear your opponent's head off, which you can get a foul for that, and that's not really fair because I should be able to play more aggressive defense without just fouling my opponent because I should have more, you know, control on defense. So if they're giving you more defensive control, I think that's good, and that's something that's much needed. Also, paint defense was one of the main things that needed to be fixed in 2K24, so I'm glad they're talking about paint defense as well. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'm more so just going off of what I saw in this trailer right here, as well as my 3 bullet points from this trailer. Rhythm shooting, we're gonna talk about that probably in another video, and you know, the other stuff as well. But anyway, y'all, shorter video this time around. Just wanted to touch on those 3 things that I noticed from the trailer. This is kind of so my reaction to the trailer. Also, when it comes to the trailer, I forgot to say this. The trailer was kind of a, you know, lowercase W. The trailer was as good as it needed to be, in my opinion, because of the fact that what were we gonna get from the trailer besides what we got, you know? They actually did better than what I expected. We usually get like, you know, a trailer with just random cutaways of just showing sweat and showing them dunking and hype and player facial expressions, etc., etc. If you watch the other 2K, you know, trailers in the past, you know what I'm talking about. But this time around, they actually told us what is gonna be new in the game, and they showed us examples of it in the trailer. So I think this was the best way they could have made the trailer. So great trailer in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. I actually expected worse. I expected to get up here and, you know, complain about it, but I'm actually proud of 2K for this. Hand claps to 2K. Gotta give me a hand clap. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. In all, this was a good trailer. Again, these are just 3 things I wanted to point out from the trailer, but with that being said, if you agree with what I said in the video, let me know. Also, let me know what y'all think of the trailer, or just let me know what y'all think of, you know, the current state of 2K25 and what we know so far in the comment section down below. If you like the video, leave a like, and, you know, subscribe if you're brand new and all that good stuff, and stay tuned for my next video. With that being said, y'all, I appreciate all y'all for watching. It's been your boy, A1 Andre, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.